Hello everybody, welcome back to my channel. My name is Jada if you're new here, and today we're going to be going over my August fragrance tray. I don't have that many full-size bottles on my fragrance tray. I've noticed that when I have too many full-size bottles on my fragrance tray, I tend to not really use them as much as I'd like to. I tend to not make any noticeable dents or any noticeable progress on really using my fragrances up. So I wanted to only put a few full-size bottles and also really take the time to sample some other fragrances, figure out what I'm going to be wearing for the fall and spring. Fall and winter fragrances are generally the same, at least for me and my wardrobe they are, and I do have some fragrances that I kind of want to start planning out for the spring. I really want to be intentional with my collection and make sure I'm thoroughly testing my fragrances before I purchase them. So I'm going to be going over the few full-size bottles that I have on, as well as two fragrance mists that I have. So for starters, I have Acqua di Gioia. As you guys can tell, there's a really noticeable dent on this fragrance. I absolutely love it. I love the burst of mint and lemon in the opening. I love the greenness of it all. I love that there's water jasmine in the fragrance. I love the woodiness. I love the aquaticness of it. And I also love the sweetness of it. There is some brown sugar in here, which I feel like is a really nice contrast to the citrus and mint opening. For me, this is just a really simple, clean, and easy reach. This is probably the closest thing I have to a signature scent, and I really wish I would talk about it more on this channel. To me, this is such an underrated, fresh, clean, easy reach fragrance, and I absolutely adore it. So this is Acqua di Gioia by Giorgio Armani. Last full-size bottle, I know already. The last full-size bottle that I have on my fragrance tray this month is Gardenia Colada by For the Scent of It. Now, I put this back on my tray from last month because I really did not get a chance to wear it. I hardly reached for it. And I really just want to get a lot of use out of it because while I do live in a warmer climate, I've been getting a lot of rain lately, and I think there's going to be a lot more rain to come, and it gets a little bit cooler when it does rain. So the few sunny days that we do have left this month, I want to go ahead and use this fragrance. So Gardenia Colada is exactly what you'd think. It's a bunch of white florals. You also get tropicalness from it. There's pineapple, there's blue curacao. It smells kind of like a colada, but it's very floral, it's very light. There are some boozy elements to it, but it is still light and airy and perfect to wear in hot weather. This fragrance is just really nice, really interesting, and it is a indie brand. I like to explore indie brands from time to time, and it comes in the cutest little bottle. And yeah, if you guys have a chance to, you should definitely check it out. So the next fragrances I'm going to be talking about are body mists. I have two on my tray this month. So I have Cheirosa Brazilian Crush 71. As you guys can see, there's virtually nothing left. I just got an 8 ounce of it not too long ago, and I just want to use up this 3 ounce. Like I said, it has been raining a lot and it does get cooler, so I just find this is a really nice scent to wear while I'm inside and it's raining and a little cold. This smells like caramel cookies. There's notes of coconut blossom in here, tonka bean, white chocolate, sea salt, caramelized vanilla, and toasted macadamia nut. So yeah, it's just like a really like salty caramel vanilla kind of vibe. Kind of smells like caramel popcorn almost in a way, and it just smells really delicious, very gourmand. This is my favorite body mist from Sol de Janeiro, and I just really wish they would make a body butter to go along with this. That would be fantastic. Another repeat from last month, and I probably will not be reaching for it much this month, simply for the fact that I wore it a lot last month, and this is Boardwalk Delight. I love to wear this before bed. It's such a nice, sweet, fresh fragrance. It's fresh, but it's also gourmand. It's very sweet and vanillic as well. Cotton candy, coconut milk, and vanilla are the key accords, and it's just a really nice fragrance. So it just think of like laundry detergent, but you're also eating like really sweet cotton candy, and essentially that's the vibe that you get from this. Oddly enough, it helps me fall asleep, and it just really sends me into that dreamy, dreamlike state, and yeah, I love it for that. But I have been wearing this a lot and I'm starting to get tired of it, but not completely, so it's gonna be on the tray for another month. Next, we're gonna be moving into all my travel sprays, and I'm just gonna go through them briefly. I have Utopia Vanilla Coco on my tray this month by KAYALI, and this is a really nice sunscreeny beach goddess kind of vibe to it. I feel like it does smell of like a sandy beach, but it also does have a coconut sunscreen vibe to it. Vanilla, yes. And it just smells like a beach goddess. This is like the person that has been at the beach all day, has gone in the water, has salty skin, has a nice tan, and it's probably sunset and you're about to go to dinner. This is the vibes that it gives me, and it's just really, really pretty. And I've had this for a while, so I wanted to go ahead and dip into it. Very, very nice scent from KAYALI. This is another repeat. And this is Madagascar Vanilla, the body oil. Essentially, it's a vanilla and coconut body oil. It's absolutely beautiful, layers both well with vanilla and coconut scents, and I have a lot of that on my tray this month. So I went ahead and put that on my tray for this month. Okay, so next I have both the Baccarat Rouges, 540, the Eau de Parfum, and Extrait. I really love these fragrances, and I'm really testing them out considering getting a full bottle. I know it's a duplicated scent. It's been replicated so many times, but I really just love this scent. I love the complexity of it, and I love the bottles as well. And I would really like to add one of these to my collection. I'm just trying to figure out which one. Now, ideally, since I'm like bougie and I really like the red bottle, I'd like to say the Extrait, but I really am loving the Eau de Parfum right now. We'll see if that changes though. And it's like a really sweet, woody scent. It's really, really beautiful. Next, I'm going to talk about a perfume oil, and this is one that I absolutely love. So this is Rosie by Rosie J, and this is another really nice clean scent. This is probably one of my least scented skin scents, if that makes sense. This is essentially nude musk and two different types of rose, and I feel like, yes, you're definitely getting that floral component, but on the skin you're really just getting that nude musk. It's such a beautiful scent, and I feel like this is perfect for back to school. I know school starts in August, well, starting this month, and a lot of people are going back to school, whether you're in college or high school or whatever you're doing. People have to go to work, obviously, that doesn't change. So I just feel like this is a really nice scent for school or for work when you are in close quarters with other people that may be sensitive to fragrance. And it's a really nice option for yourself, and you're also being kind and considerate of others. So I have 3 travel sprays left. I'm going to talk about Vanilla de Tahiti. This is the Eau de Parfum. So I had an extrait version, and I have to say I do prefer the Eau de Parfum version. So I actually decluttered the sample of the extrait that I had, but I do have this travel of the Eau de Parfum. And this is like a warm, very warm, thick, beautiful vanilla. This is floral, but it's really interesting because it has an animalic quality in the opening, and that may be off-putting for some people, but if you can get through that first minute or two, it really just turns into this really thick, beautiful, enveloping vanilla. It's warm, it's floral, and it's just really interesting to smell. I like this fragrance. I'm not sure if it's going to be full bottle for me. I'm just being honest. I cannot see myself reaching for it that often. But this is a really, really nice vanilla, and I'm happy to have the travel. And I'm really excited to wear it this month. I've already worn it. I wore it yesterday, actually. Okay, so next we're going to talk about Devotion by Dolce & Gabbana, and I owe this fragrance an apology. I didn't really understand the hype about it before. I said I was going to declutter my travel actually, but I paid like $30-something for it. I realized I was probably only gonna get like $7 or $8, so I just hung on to it. And I like this fragrance. So if you like that citrus gourmand category but want something more wearable, this is perfect for you. It definitely has that citrus gourmand feeling, like, you know, Acrobake or Lyra or anything in that category, but it also is very floral and very vanilla forward. At least that's how my skin pulled it. So I just feel like it makes it so much more wearable, so you're not walking in somewhere smelling just like a straight up cupcake or a straight up cake, because while that's fun and all, and gourmands are really fun, they're not always the most wearable, to put it simply. So I think this is a really good balance between getting your gourmand but also getting a floral and vanilla, which is more accepted, I suppose, in the real world anyways, not in fragrance, not in the fragrance community. Okay, and the last one of my travel sprays, kind of fumbling them around in my lap right now, and this is Bohemian Lime by Goldfield and Banks. So I've actually been wearing this at night lately as well. This is a really nice lime. This is a really nice lime fragrance. I would definitely have to say it's unisex. It may lean a little bit more masculine, but truthfully, it really reminds me of like an Axe. Ooh, it didn't break, but that was My Devotion by Dolce and Gabbana. Back to this, it reminds me of like an Axe kind of scent. So if you were like, I remember in the locker rooms after the boys would go to gym in high school, they would come out and they would all smell like Axe. This is the kind of vibe it's giving me. It just smells really clean. It smells nice. I feel like if you spray too much of it, you can get a margarita or mojito kind of thing going on, so it can pull like that if you spray too much. But I also feel like it's really wearable for a woman. It's definitely unisex for sure, maybe leaning slightly masculine, but on my skin it pulled a little sweet. I don't think there's necessarily anything that would make it pull sweet in the note breakdown. But truthfully, you're just getting a really nice, fresh, clean lime scent. Woodiness perhaps, and it's just really a nice fragrance. It's easy to reach, easy to throw on, and you're gonna smell amazing. I feel like this is really mass appealing. Next, I really just want to take the time to breeze through some samples. Some of them I smelled and could give you a brief synopsis of them, and other ones I'll just tell you what they are and move on. So first I have Cacao in the Sun by Maison Tahite. This is in the, I ordered a large sampler of chocolate and vanilla scents. It was in a little bundle from Lucky Scent, and if you guys would like, I would gladly review the chocolate and vanillas from the fragrance pack. I think I'm going to do that anyways, but yeah, this is Cacao in the Sun. Now this has notes of lemon, rose, currant, strawberry, chocolate, iris, orange flower, lily of the valley, vanilla, sandalwood, woody accord, and musk. From what I remember, and I've only tried this once, I remember it being a very light scent. I don't remember getting too much chocolate. I do remember getting florals and that strawberry note. I remember it being light and more of like a spring scent in my opinion. Again, I have not smelled this in a while, and I've only smelled that once, so my opinion would be subject to change, as my first impression is not always 100%. Now, next in this little, I have a little thing here that I just have some samples in, and next I have Carved Oud by Thameen London, and this, I'm not going to go over all the notes, but this I remember being very spicy and powdery. I do remember this leaning a little bit more masculine, so I don't necessarily think this is going to be something that I add to my collection, but I do want to experiment a little bit and see how it wears and learn more about it, and hopefully upload a review, even if it's just a short. I also have Greenley from Parfums de Marly. I know this is more of a masculine scent, but it is a fresh, clean, masculine scent, and it's woody, and I definitely want to smell it some more and check it out. And I have another from the chocolate vanilla bundle that I got, and this is Vanille by Maison Tahite. I really like Maison Tahite because they offer a lot of fragrance. Their bottles are 100 ml, and don't quote me on this, but I do believe that they're around the $150 mark. So I think that's a really good deal for a niche. Olfactory period, citrus peel, almond flower, coconut flower, vanilla, patchouli, benzoin, vanilla, and musks. So yeah, I do remember really enjoying this fragrance. I do remember it being powdery, and I did like that almond flower in there, and I want to go ahead and test that out. Like I said, I am looking for spring fragrances already, I know, but I do want to make my fragrance collection really intentional. Okay, so next I have Quinn Italian Moringa by Hilda Soliani. So I really love this fragrance. I don't want to say this is like going to be a full bottle for sure, but I really do like this fragrance. So essentially the only notes in this are whipped cream and sugar. It's really that simple, and that's exactly what it smells like. I really like whipped cream scents. They're gourmand, but they're not heavy, and I adore that. So I have just a few more fragrance samples in here. I have Lucky Candy by Monte. I feel like I'm actually wearing that one right now. I feel like it's not going to be full bottle worthy for me, but I do feel like it got a lot of unnecessary hate. I think the fragrance rating on Fragrantica, it's like a 3.7 something out of 5. I think that's accurate. I think it's a nice fragrance. I think it got a lot of hate. I think the thing that might have been off-putting to people was probably the opening. It has a citrus and synthetic feeling. It's that typical Montal DNA mixed along with the citrus in the opening, and I feel like that's what made it a little bit unpleasant. And then also just kind of mishmashing of all the different notes together. But I feel like as it dries down and settles into the skin, it actually turns into a really nice, sweet, wearable scent. I like the powderiness of it. I like the honey aspect of it, and I also like the marshmallow aspect of it. As for all the other notes, I can't say that my nose distinctly picks out any of them, but I do enjoy this one. So okay, this one, Rice Spirits by Navitus. I feel like this is definitely gonna be full bottle worthy. Like I said, I am looking for fall and winter scents, and this is definitely on my wish list. Very beautiful, warm scent, and I'm just kind of saving it for the moment that I hit buy. Do you guys do that? Do you guys like spray the fragrance that you're about to purchase as you're purchasing it? I feel like that's like the first scent memory, I guess. I don't know. I'm a little weird, but yeah, that's in my little box here. I have Karaoke Heart in here still from last month. I enjoyed it. It's not going to be full bottle worthy for me. Very nice tropical mango scent. It's boozy. It's really a nice fragrance, but it's powdery, and it's just not something that I'm going to get a full bottle of and get a full wear out of that frequently. But it is nice, and I'm going to enjoy the sample. I have Manakara by Indult in here. Nice lychee rose fragrance. Sparkling Joe by Wilhelm Perfumery. So this is like a really nice champagne-y, fruity scent. I've only worn it once, and I definitely want to pair it with that new pink champagne lotion by EOS. I have it, and I'm really looking forward to layering them at least once this month. I feel like that's gonna be a really beautiful scent combination. Okay, I have Pulse by City Rhythm on here. If you guys would like, you can go check out my reviews on that whole brand. Obviously, there's been some new releases since then, but I did do a full review of everything that was out at the time. And then the last two in here are Cheirosa 62 by Sol de Janeiro, the Eau de Parfum version, which I'm really happy I tried. I've seen a lot of people raving about it. I have the body spray, obviously, or the body mist, obviously, but I wanted to go ahead and try the Eau de Parfum, and I absolutely love it. And Alluring Fig by Theodoros Kalatinas. Again, I've reviewed a lot of fragrances from Theodoros Kalatinas, and I have them all chunked in one video if you want to go check them out. Yeah, if you want to go check them out. I wore this to bed last night. Absolutely love it. It's a really nice juicy fig scent, but then you also get greenness from like fig leaves, and I do catch an underlying accord of vanilla, and it is so beautiful. I actually think that's full bottle worthy for me as well. I'm not particularly a fig girly, but the price point on Theodoros Kalatinas and just that scent alone, I think that is such a steal, and I absolutely love that scent. So those are all of my samples. I kind of over explained them a little bit more than I would like to. I know it seems like I have a lot on my tray this month, but it really is just mostly samples, and I really do want to experiment. You think you get about 2 scents or so a day? I think I'll get through a lot of them. So I would love to know what's on your fragrance tray for August. If you have a fragrance tray, if you like to do that, or what you're planning on wearing this week. Thank you guys so much for making it to the end of another video. I'm so happy and so lucky that I have you guys here, and that we have this community that's just continuing to grow. I'm really appreciative of you guys. So with that being said, I hope you guys have a beautiful day, night, wherever you are. I love you guys so much. Bye. Okay, and I totally forgot to say, also on my fragrance tray this month, I know it's not really a fragrance, but I do have the Coconut Body Butter by Mario Badescu. It's about to be old and not smell that great. So I just wanted to go ahead and use it up and layer it with the huge lot of coconut fragrances that I have on my fragrance tray this month. So yeah, this is also on my tray.